Hey, what's going on, guys? As you can see, I'm going with Gristlevein. There was a suggestion, actually 2 votes, for a Fountain of Blood, Blood 9 Bless in the pregame show, which I did find very interesting. I tested it out. Basically, the strategy was to use one of the Marverni national spells to cast Boar of Carnutes, and then those giant boars sit around next to forests and they draw in smaller boars that are sacred. You hit them with the Bless, and then the enemy basically kills themselves on the Blood 9 Bless. Honestly, I think it's a great strategy. It would definitely work out. I just didn't think it was very exciting, especially for like an AI game. I could see it being really good in like multiplayer if I had to guess, but I didn't like the idea of having another game with a immobile pretender that's just sitting in my capital and finding blood slaves. So I did stick with Gristlevein. There was another suggestion for the Thrice Horned Boar, I think is the name of the chassis, which was really tempting, and there was a great discussion between Sam T and Horrifying Thoughts there about the setting up the Thrice Horned Boar, and it's really interesting. Check it out down there. Basically, one suggestion was to go Nature 5, Earth 5, to guarantee that you get the big global enchantments and things like that. The other suggestion was to not give it any spell paths at all, just leave it base. That way, if it dies or something like that, you don't really lose anything, and you get this big berserking boar for your army. So, both interesting. I've always thought that particular chassis was worthless, so it was really interesting reading that. I could definitely see the point of view to go with a 5/5 Earth Nature, especially in like multiplayer when you have to race to things like Mother of Oak. I think in an AI game, I'm not certain. I'd be interested in your thoughts, Sam, about whether you would also run that in an AI game, because I don't find that I get beat to global enchantments very often. With that said, I'm going with Gristlevein. Just want to have a kind of a super competent, and I want to try him out. I did bump the air up to 5, thinking I could eventually get to like Fog Warriors or something to that effect, or maybe even Flight. And then I lowered the Dominion down to 6. People were saying, they get really cheap temples, so you're gonna build a lot of temples. You're gonna get up to 10 Dominion anyway for your Boar Warriors. And then I bumped production and order back up to 2 now. I lowered growth down to 3 because some people thought that 3 was too high, and I increased magic up 1. So that's the final. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the game. It's a pre-made map, so it kind of looks pretty different. I ran it through the editor, which I've never really done, and it looks pretty good, I think. Alright guys, so here's the map that I pre-generated. I intentionally put a lot of caves on this map. I was just kind of interested to see those in more action. There's quite a few mountains. Let's see. Wow, it doesn't really seem like they block movement, though. Huh. That's interesting. And just a little bit of water. I did put 2 water nations in here. I figure there's probably about 25 water provinces, so that should fit about 2 nations. I handpicked those as Atlantis and Oceania? Is that right? Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, Oceania. Just because I thought that they are probably the 2 strongest AI water nations that can move on land, as opposed to that game a while back where I had Pelagia and they couldn't even get out of the water. Pretty much worthless. So, our starting location, I think that they tend to start next to forests all the time, if I'm not mistaken. Every time I tested a Marverni game, they were always in a heavily forested area. I'm going to go ahead and profit my scout this game. No particular reason why, just feel like picking him for some reason. And recruiting wise, what I've been doing with them is starting, I usually grab some of these stargazers just because they're cheap and it helps us expand easier since we'll be able to get more units. And I've been really leaning on the Boar Warrior because these things are just monsters. The berserking is amazing when you're fighting the AI indie units. So, and I don't know if I mentioned this. I believe it was Horrifying Thoughts. Didn't think I pointed out the Berserker on the Carnute Noble Warrior as well. So that is something that is really good. Never hurts to have that, I don't think. Except when you get arrows and then you get like a handful of guys berserking into, hundreds of units without their forces staying with them because they're on hold and attack. And the other units I've been sticking with are the Ambibates, mostly. I think they're just better than the Marverni nobles, and only, what, 3 gold difference? Yeah. So, basically been going with something like that, maxing the Boar Warriors every turn, and then Ambibates, and I do mix these in just a little bit for, I don't know, difference's sake. Research-wise, not really sure what way I want to go. I do want to try to go really heavy into Thaumaturgy, because I've never done that. I've never seen this Call the Worm that walks, so I'm kind of curious about that. Enchantment-wise, good spells in here. I was thinking that Mother Oak was here, but it's actually an alteration, so obviously alteration's key. Big spells in here, though. Mass Regeneration. I thought there was another mass spell. Apparently not. So good spells and enchantment. Construction, I think, is obvious, mainly because you get, like... well, obviously the items, but... Christ, I can't find anything to get... Here we go. Weapons of Sharpness. There we go. Boom. Pretty nice spell there. I've never really used it, to be honest. Evocation, I think we're going to almost entirely ignore, though I think this Gifts of Heaven is really good. I'm not in a rush to get there. It's only level 5, so we'd be able to research that pretty quick in the late game. Not a lot for nature, as you can see. Let me know if I'm missing something there. And Alteration, I kind of wanted to ignore Alteration a little bit this game, but there's just too many spells that I planned on using in the first place for them. You got like the Marble Warriors, big armor for our weak armored units, especially the really cheap ones, and Mass Protection, good stuff there, Army of Giants, so lots of, you know, army boosting spells, which I think we're going to try to focus on. Mother of Oak is obviously a big one for us. And then Conjuration, I didn't talk about our national spells. I think this one's pretty garbage. 20 nature gems, 20 units, but they're pretty crappy. It's this Boar of Carnutes we're interested in. We'll definitely get that. And this Monster Boar, I've heard, is pretty good in multiplayer games, massing it on like an enemy capital to cause a whole lot of, whatchamacallit? What do you call it? Unrest. There we go. God almighty. Struggling this morning. But that's pretty much it. Quick rundown. Let me know what your thoughts are on research. Like I said, I'm just starting Conjuration until I get my thoughts straightened out. That's pretty much it for turn 1. Let's check out the Mercenaries. Swimming Men. Not interested. Alright, so we've got a random event, minus 25% tax in our Capital. That is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and check out our units. Everything looks good there. Can't do any more Boar Warriors. I really just kind of cycle through these. We're already bringing in enough gold. I found that... okay. I found that with Marverni, early in the game, I'm able to start on our slow-to-recruit Druids, more so than others. I'm not really sure why that is. It just seems like I run out of resources and have a lot of gold left over. So let's check out our surrounding area. We got Wolf Tribe, Archers and Warriors, Lizard Warriors, and Horse Tribe Cavalry. So pretty weak starting provinces. I'm trying to think if these Lizard Warriors have those Lizard Shaman in there. I don't think they do, but I'm not certain. I can't remember. Let's go, pretty standard stuff here. I keep the Boar Warriors kind of in the back. Try to preserve those as much as possible. This guy holds. This guy, of course, casts our Divine Blessing, and then it generally goes Smite. Smite. Wish you could just copy that. Like, do Smite, and then boom, 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 all the way down. It'd be kind of nice. Okay. That's it. Basically what we're looking at. Actually, I think we're going to go after these these cavalry. So let's put our armored guys up front. Oh, we don't have any armored guys. Wonderful. Okay, scratch that. I was thinking that one of our troops had shields and actual armor there to start with, but apparently not. So maybe we'll hit those next turn. We'll go right there. Boy, I don't know, that kind of scares me too, because they're really fast. Let's put them in the back. Like, those lizard guys are really fast. I think they have 2 attacks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna try to treat these like they're cavalry. So let's try that. Boy, that'd be funny if I got crushed here on the first turn. Alright, here we go into the Oaklands. I just realized I need to turn our names on. Let's get the colors. Name of the provinces, that is. And let's see how this works. Am I wrong on their speed? I am wrong, aren't I? 11. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe I was thinking of those runners. Okay, this might be bad for us. I think they have high hit points, no protection. Yeah, 13 hit points. Okay, we routed them. We routed them. Get beasted. That does look like that shaman, too. Look at that. He's got all those gems. Pick those gems up, guys. That is weird. He didn't actually cast. We got a berserker pelt. Huh. Lost 7 units. That a little unfortunate, but not too bad. Alright, now we got deer tribes and barbarians. Boy. That was a little more than I wanted to see, casualty-wise. I think we're going to move into this horse tribe cavalry. It looks like they have hardly anything there. So we'll put our berserkers up front. They have the shields and the armor. Yeah, 13. So, and everybody attacks. Let's get these guys up. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. I actually would like to get to, let's see, Nature 2. Not really that big. I'm not sure how to use these godhooders yet. So I'm not very interested in building a lot of those. It's these druids that I think are kind of going to be the backbone of our casting forces. And then, of course, these elder druids, I think we'll mass those out of the capital, as you normally do. Oh, we got a Nature 2 already. That's pretty nice. Pavonia. Let's see what we got here. Did I... Okay, I thought for a second that I forgot to put my... Oh, God, the Prophet is charging in because of that Berserker Pelt. He should be okay. They're not even hurting our Boar Tribe. Oh, my God, I gotta get that off of him. There we go. See, I'm telling you guys, I'm really thinking these unarmored guys in the late game are gonna be really nasty. Just because they'll have the spells to protect them. And, you know, they're much cheaper than your other units. Of course, now this guy's gonna berserk. God dang it. Let's see if we can get a... I'm trying to remember to get a backup commander out much sooner than I normally do. To start ferrying units around. Because already now we're, as you can see... 16 units in our capital already, just waiting there doing nothing. So I'm probably going to have to do something where I'm going to have to, you know, hit another province. And unless these are really weak, I'll have to circle back. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Do I even want this pelt? Can I just throw it away? I have no interest in this. It's just putting my guys at risk. I've never thrown an item away in the history of my time playing Dominions. It has happened. Okay. Let's go in here. Oh, God. Let's see. Put them on hold. I normally spend much more time between turns than I do, but in the early game, you know, there's not much going on. And I feel like it makes me prone to missing things. Another unexpected event, Sloth 2 in Marverni. Check out the battle over here. So, twice now. Getting hit with unfortunate events in our capital. Oh, man. Hold on, did not... Oh my god, I didn't set them to hold, apparently. It's okay. They're just flanking. Wow. I thought these guys would fare a little better. Apparently not. Now the archers... As you can see, our shield's not quite good enough to hold off even the arrows with that really low protection. There we go. That looked grim for a second. None of our boar warriors were berserking, which was kind of unfortunate. And now we have routed, so that's not good. Let's see, army, 4 guys over there. 6 over there. And this is the only province from our capital that we can move from. You know, we might be able to go to. We can. Ah, no, just the Scout. Okay. For some reason I was thinking we had forest. There it is. Only on our boar warriors. Okay. Well, let's do this. No? Really? Why did I think that scout could lead troops? I don't know. Okay, I was hoping to move the boar warriors to the capital at least. Can't do it though. Can't get them there. Alright, so we're going to circle back and pick up our units in the capital and hit this province. We'll have the prophet there, so he'll be able to bless our boar warriors moving forward, so we should be okay. I won't be able to get 2 expansion armies out, I don't think, for a little more time, but I think we're doing alright. I didn't expect to have an amazing expansion phase like I did with Atlantis last game. That was amazing. They were just totally perfect for expanding and stuff like that, so. But what I could do... Okay, hold on. I go here, and I'll pick these units up, and then I can move in from there. Don't know why I didn't see that before. We hit Conjuration 1. Not a whole lot going on there. Though I'm kind of curious. You know, I don't ever use my gems in the early game. Summon animals. Okay. Let's do it. No, let's not, because we don't have enough gems. Okay. I kind of want to really focus on using those. Do we have anything else we can cast? Cave grubs. Not enough gems. No? It says 8. Wrong terrain. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. Right? Did I miss anything, guys? I don't think so. We're okay over here. Looks good. Mage is still coming out. Let's do it. Alright, skip the turn of strategy phase, going right into the battle at Lost Lands. This is west of our capital. You can see I've consolidated our forces. And we should be really good shape here. Did I do it again with these bastards? Oh my god almighty. I moved 2 different armies in from different provinces. Obviously, rushing a little bit in my strategy phase. The early game's so quick, it's almost like you're more prone to miss stuff. Because you're just kind of like, alright, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. I don't know. That's okay. I'm not worried about losing these guys either. And didn't even look like we took a lot of casualties, so... Good stuff there. 5 units lost. Ambabe, yeah, okay. Thought I saw something that I didn't expect to build. Another bad luck event. 3 misfortune over there. And this is where we have kind of a decision to make. So we got north, we got Jaguar, Tribe Warriors, and Slingers. South, we got Barbarians. I was kind of thinking I might be able to split and go north and south. But I don't think I'm confident in that. No, I don't like it. Yeah, if they were weaker provinces or not barbarians, I think I would be good with that. Let's see, this is a swampland, so if we go south, we would be looking at... Well, we're kind of stuck going that way. But if we go north, we can swing around. Okay, so we're going to go north. I'd rather go south because it's better land. But, it's not working out that way, unfortunately. Let's see. These are our crappy guys. We'll take the morale hit. We'll put them in front. Let's just do something like that. We'll do the arrow catcher thing. It's kind of cheap, I think, but... Send him back. He'll pick up units later and probably head south or east. Army setup, holding this guy out in front. Like I said, I normally don't do that, but it does make a pretty big difference. You'll see, assuming he doesn't get tagged like first turn, if he can draw like 2 or 3 turns of fire, then that's pretty golden. Alright, battle in Liss. Against these guys can be pretty tough. There aren't many of them though, so I probably could have split up. They're not tough that these units are like scary to me, but when there's a lot of them and they have those damn slings, it can do some pretty good damage against, you know, your early units. Probably not so much with Marverni. We do have pretty tough guys coming out now that we have the Ambabate Nobles and the Boar Warriors. Should be a pretty easy route. We might not even lose anything. Oh, God. They just blasted that. The Boar Warrior got hit for 16 with a spear. Damn. Looks good to me. Yeah, we lost 2 units. Not too bad. Another unfortunate event here. Where is this Lupia at? Like, do I need to run a freaking Stargazer down there for the fortune telling? It's brutal, guys. That is brutal. Alright, let's check it out. We got our throne to the west. More barbarians. More barbarians. And our... Okay, so I'm not worried about going into this cave yet, just because we have it blocked off with that province. I'm forgetting to up my defenses here, in case something attacks me. So I can go north and then southeast, something like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we can pretty handily take out barbarians. Hopefully I'm not too wrong here. 9, 8. I think it's 8 back, roughly. Holding. This guy firing. I think that's about right. I feel like my setup against barbarians is kind of... Actually, all indies is kind of, like, lacking lately. Everything looks good here. We actually have enough to start on a Elder Druid. It's fall, so we want to start getting a fort up, too. Let's see. You know, this would probably be a pretty decent spot. It's going to get a lot of resources from the cavern. It doesn't take away from the capital. It's a choke point. I would rather be it over here, though. So maybe I'd put one here. I think I like that better. Yeah, I think we're going to look at that spot. Alright, going into the Copper Woods. Let's see how I did against the barbarians. There are quite a few of them. In the skirmish formation. Charging. That was turn 2, turn 3, so I'm way off, unfortunately. We're gonna take a hit, guys. Oh, God. Okay, 8 was wrong. Maybe it's 6. How fast are they? They have 12 movement. Huh. Should be okay here. Maybe. Oh, my God. They hit hard. We hit pretty hard, too. There we go. I did lose quite a bit there. 7... 5 of them were Boar Warriors, so unfortunate. More horrible luck. Alright, we're going to go right into this Barbarian one. This time we're going to go up 2. Let's try that. Except, let's back these guys. I'd rather see them hit the Ambabates. Same speed, so we should be okay there. Alright, let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, that seems too close to me. We'll go 6. And these are back 7. So we'll get a good idea of how far back you want to be, generally, with barbarians. And then the other thing, I want to get this army moving up, because we are thinning out a little bit. So we'll move this guy over, and look to either go this way with him, while this army moves up, or having them consolidate at the terrace peaks. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I did better this time. Again, the skirmish formation. You know, does that slow them down? That does slow them down, doesn't it? Maybe that's why we're... Oh dear God almighty. That is not good. I could be wrong on that, but I think if you're in a formation... your movement speed is reduced. But now I'm trying to think if barbarians are always skirmish. I can't remember. Let me know. Drawing a blank there. It looks like we pulled ahead anyway, but damn, that was painful. 10 units lost. Both of those, really, I don't think I should have had nearly that many casualties, so I definitely misplayed that both times. Alright, let's get a fort going over here. We're probably going to have to cut back on recruits for a little bit. What's the cost? 600. Almost. I could start it this turn. If I skip a mage. So the question is, can I take another province? And I probably can. Bunch of long deads and ghouls there. Huh. Militias and heavy infantries, and then deer tribe. I'm pretty confident that our guys can do this. We don't have a whole lot left, but I think we'll be okay. This is the question. We got a bunch of wolf tribes, and we don't have a... I should have brought one of these priests with us. I think we're going to be okay with that too, though. So we'll put these guys in front to draw fire. These are holding. Holding. Almost forgot that again. That's a lot of troops, but I think we should be fine. I want to wrap this up at the end of year 1, so if it seems like I've been rushing through the turns, it's because I do like to get kind of moving ahead of the game as quickly as possible. Episode 1, I try to do the whole first year, so... Okay, looks good, guys. It's risky, I think. Battled Scrawl points. Bunch of units here, I think. Oh, not nearly as bad. Okay. That damn kind of inaccurate reporting definitely playing with us. That guy looked like he got hit for 910 damage. I don't think that's right. Unfortunate, we don't have the bless on our boar lords right now. Boar warriors? Yeah. God, I hate that vine arrow. I know I say that every Let's Play. But it's so damn slow. Tangle vines coming down. You know, I don't use those spells very much, and I think that that's a mistake on my part. Especially like Earth Meld. Seems like a really good spell. I think you need like a 20 strength roll to break through it. This should be pretty easy to mop up. Whoa. Check out. Look at a 15 attack. That's pretty good. Shorter axes. I wonder about that effect, the repel. I wish there was an easier way to see it in action. Because we are using axes with these boar warriors, so they would be a little more susceptible to repel. And another bad event here in Lupia. Wow. It's really bad luck. If you're a Lupian right now, really bad luck. Okay, we got enough for our building. Let's get our palisades going. Mages are still coming out. And we have enough to do a full recruit. That's good, almost. And I think that's about as far north as I can go at this point. Don't have many troops here. We got deer tribes over here. I could probably hit this one. Oh, heavy cavalry. Elephants. Elephants. Yeah, we're done going that way for now. Let's check this out. So we got militia light infantry, militia heavy infantry. We would go here, here, or here, here. Let's go for the Godwoods. Want to get an idea what's at that throne. We might be able to see if we can take that. That'd be nice. And I think another fort would go around that area somewhere. Alright guys, Gristlevane, the vessel of might, messenger of gods, god of fires of the earth, has awakened. I wish you could, like, create your own ones. Your own descriptions of the god. That'd be pretty awesome. Okay, more units here than I expected. This could go poorly. Which would be unfortunate, because this is going to be in a province adjacent to our new fort. That looked like... maybe not. It looked like a barbarian leader that got killed there with Smite. It's going to be the last turn, guys. We are officially beginning of year 1. It's still snowing here in spring, so... There's the route. They routed really early, which is good for us. Godwoods. Going in once again. I think this has been a fairly successful expansion phase. We'll have to count the provinces. Personally, I think after your first year, you should aim to have at least 12. And if you have more than 12, then you had a good expansion. It varies, obviously, from nation to nation. I think with Atlantis, I feel like I had like 20 provinces after year 1, so... And a whole bunch of events, 4 death gems, more bad luck, and more gems. So, getting a little bit of good fortune there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, about average. I thought I did better than that, but that's good enough. Gristlevane's out. I think he's probably going to have to site search for a while. We don't have any, you know, any research for him at this point. We're pretty much looking at Mist Form and Fire Shield, wherever that is. Okay, that's enchantment. And then, of course, we need construction for items. So we'll probably give him like a firebrand, nice shield. We're gonna really deck him out and make sure he gets into the battle a lot. Get our dominion spreading so we don't have to fight in with reduced hit points and that sort of thing. So that's it for the first episode. Things are looking good. Looks like we got what I'm guessing is Calum, my arch nemesis. Yeah, Calum. Damn. And I think this is Satis down here. Yeah, Satis. Okay, so those are our neighbors at this point. Pretty good shape, though. Pretty good shape. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. And I will see you in the next one.